Gaming and musical comedy, yeah, buddy! Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of WWE Supercard, yeah, buddy, yeah, buddy. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyways, this is episode 123. It's Funky Friday, and it's going to be a lot longer than yesterday's video. And a lot of you like the idea of a shorter Thursday because usually it's always something that I can't have done yet because the events go on at either at 3 in the morning or later on in the day. So you probably will see some more of those shorter videos on Thursday just because they're fun. You know, I know sometimes it tend to go long, but I do got to tell you this. I love each and every one of you. I thank you so much for being a part of the bigedude network and watching stuff. This was a picture drawn today on Twitter, and I put it in the video because that is what's up. So thank you so much. And it says I'm the #1 YouTube Twitch streamer. Bigedude. I don't think I am, but I do like my face. All right. So first off, I see that we have a who's what's this? I think this is an elite, or is this hardened? I don't remember. So what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Or is this ultimate? This is Razor. Or is it Occam? I got the right one. That's a hardened one, not a ultimate or whatever. So let's go over here. Elite Fusion. We gotta do this, and then we got. Let's just. We've got a bunch of things we can get rid of. How much are these WrestleMania cards? I've got so many other things. Only 2,500. All right. Elite cards. We got tons of Elite Pros that are silver stars that I can just dying to get rid of. That sort of stuff. Look at that. Finn Balor. Silver Star. Summer Rae. Silver Star. We can't use her. She's in the King of the Ring. This Kevin Owens looks good. So 75 more 100 points. 75 more 100. Yeah. Let's just go through. We just picked up a bunch of WrestleManias from WrestleMania Town. You know, we got 3 of them. So actually we got 4, and we only need 2 more. So that is good. And I don't know why it doesn't seem to want to go down. And then we're gonna go down here. We're gonna leave this, and now we are activating another Elite Fusion. Yeah, buddy. So let us go into the King of the Ring where we're at. I have to shout out some awesome people in here because we're doing very well. I'm 22-5. I was tied for first. I don't know if I still am. Tied for first with Enigma. And Marichui, who I hope I said your name right. He's been watching for a long time. Thank you so much. You're super awesome. Popcorn999, super awesome. Siraz, Enigma, Awesome Ty, Stony, Grishna, Z-Man, Champ, Fizox, Brian, Vash Wiggles, and Caper. Thank you all for being in the King of the Ring, and I am having a fun time. I can't show all of the chat. There's a little bit of stuff, but we're talking about getting the WrestleManias and all that stuff, and all that cool stuff. And yeah, so these guys are great, and hopefully we'll be able to do well in our Road to Glory as well as the King of the Ring. In our Road to Glory, we're already in the Finn Balor, and it's always Finn Balor, guys. It's always Finn Balor. So where we are at here, we're back to all the points and all the points in the world. Unfortunately, Dean is not a pro. That is unfortunate. Unfortunately, so that's why I said that a couple times. And then we got the Brock. So it is currently 11:28 p.m. So I'm gonna play these bouts and just then call it a day. But I was just thinking about some stuff. I was thinking about stuff. Have you ever thought to yourself, where do we go from here? You know what I mean? And I was just kind of thinking about that. It's like, where do we go from here? I'm quite content. Let me rephrase this. I was about to say 2 things at once. I am very content with the amount of people that are subscribed to this channel. I think that's great. And I've never been one to need glory or accolades or everything, because I know that based on the way I've lived my life, in a positive fashion for a long time, helping people out and all sorts of cool stuff, I've gotten plenty of them along the way. I love making videos. I love connecting with people from all over the world. I love how much that my dad bought into that. I mean, just he loved the fact that people were just watching these videos because we share a love of wrestling, we share a love of the WWE, we share a love of talking about stuff, we share a love of this game because it's about playing all these you know, the superstars. I mean, the game, you got to think about it. It's the same thing as NBA 2K. It's the same as, you know, NHL Supercard. There's some slight variances and differences, but basically when it comes down to it, you got a card that's a collectible with stats, and you try to beat somebody up with it. You know, different games have different stats that are based on their sports. I mean, you could really make anything a Supercard game. You could make a FIFA Supercard. They would have to have the rights to it, but I mean, you could have football Supercard. You could have curling Supercard. You could have lacrosse Supercard. You could have all sorts of stuff. Okay, you could have baseball Supercard. The whole point is, it's the reason why people really love the WWE Supercard is because it's about the WWE. You know, we see Jack Gallagher, you know, the gentleman, you know, with a Mary Poppins umbrella every now and then. And, you know, I was just thinking about, so, I mean, now that, I mean, we are going to be getting that 100K silver play reward. It could be next week. It could be, I think, it says 8 to 12 weeks, so 8 weeks would be April 20-something. It would be actually right about where I'm in vacation, right around that time at the end of vacation. It could go to the end of May, because that's 8 to 12 weeks. Whenever I get that award, I'm just going to feel kind of like, oh my gosh, this is actually real. You know, the fact that people clicked a button and have been watching and entertained by these videos, and the songs and the who I am, and it's just really cool. Now, other people have said, oh, you could get 1 million. Now, I very well, in a long time, could have 1 million subscribers on this. It's possible. I don't worry about stuff like that. I don't worry about things that I have no real control over. All I can do is be my awesome self, or you know, the person that I want to be, which I believe myself to be a really cool person, but keep a level head. You know, obviously, I'm no better than anybody else too. At the same time, you know what I mean? And I don't treat other people as people that are below me, because that's just not who I am. You know, everybody has something really wonderful to give to the universe. And that's I see that in people that, no matter how old, young, no matter where you're from, race, color, creed, gender, etc., you know, we all have something really wonderful to give to this existence. And I hope that that's what people focus on. Because if you think about it, we all have stuff that we could really do that would really put a damper on people's existence. And I hope that we all of the people here, we choose a good way, you know. I'm just thinking because I just watched the finale of The Walking Dead yesterday, finally, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good, and only one major death happened, and it was kind of sad, you know. But for those of you that don't watch the show, it's okay. I'm not going to talk about it. But anyways. You know, what do you think? You know, as time comes and goes, like, there's games that are going to come and go. I mean, we've done a ton with Supercard. You know, we've started from scratch from back in the day. You know, we were in ultra rare tier back in season 1 when we first started making these videos. And then, you know, everybody reset at the beginning of season 2. And I don't know if, I mean, just to put things into perspective, I didn't buy any packs in season 2. I played the heck out of it. And, you know, that was when, you know, Dad and I were playing the heck out of it. And he was definitely way ahead of me for a little while, you know, because he played all the time. So he got better cards and just, you know, he just was ahead. And of course he got the legendary Undertaker from the PCC, the event card, the first event card of season 2. And, you know, it was when I finally got the Sasha Banks without using the SummerSlam Sasha Banks from season 2 without using credits at all. I just really felt a real connection to Dad, and that sort of stuff. For those of you that have not been watching for a while, in the end of season 1, in July 2015, my mom had hip surgery, and she asked if I would be able to spend, a week with Dad, because, he'd had some health problems in the past, and, just a security thing. This wasn't during school time, so it wasn't like I was really doing a lot. And although I did get my furnace in there, and, I had to spend the night here, but, I would go back there for most of the days. And it's just, it was a really wonderful time because I was making all my videos there. I had it, so I had basically the same exact setup, same camera. My dad got the same stuff. Well, I brought mine, and but I left it there on the nights where I was, going to be, spending the night here because I had, people making a furnace the first thing in the morning. Well, anyways, and my dad, I got him in on a couple of videos, and I just showed him how I did it, and I said, hey, maybe you'll make videos someday. I got him also into, playing Soul Hunters on Bluestacks, because I was very into that game for a long time, and those are the best type of games, are the ones that you do a promoted video first, and you just keep playing it because you want to, and that's kind of why I haven't done really any promoted videos in a long time. Because I only want to do things that I think I would have fun playing and that you would have fun playing. It's never about a paycheck, you know what I mean? Like the last thing that was a promoted type of thing was the Slam Crate, and they didn't give me the third one, and I haven't heard from them. I haven't talked to them either. So, I don't know. I mean, I still probably could sell stuff, but I just, I've been very, very preoccupied with keeping the balance between my professional teaching life and this life. And that's really one of the things why I have not done many streams lately. During my break in just over a week, I will definitely be doing more of those streams and stuff. There might be a stream this weekend. There might not be. I don't know. It just depends on how I feel. And if I feel like streaming and if I want to stream. I don't ever want to force stuff, you know what I mean? That's why yesterday, I was just playing Beat and playing Burnout. I've been working out at the gym again. And, unfortunately, there's been some times it's, there's a lot of stressful things when you do school stuff and blah, blah, blah. And just get tired, and it's been so gloomy here. Luckily it's going to be in the 70s Monday and Tuesday, which is just going to be great. It's going to feel like summer almost, and I'm just going to be so happy. But anyways, I'm just kind of rambling a lot today, and I don't care because I'm having fun playing the game while talking to you about whatever I'm talking to you. But anyways, as I was talking about, Dad got into the game and started making videos. And one thing that he loved was and this was the first ring domination ever with the Sami Zayn. And it was brutal. And he just liked how, I showed him how to do it. And he's in the video with me. And we started, I don't know if we started his account that day. But, or if I was using a third, I can't remember. That's because it's, it's about 2 years ago almost, or a year and a half. But eventually he said, I think I'll give this Supercard a go. And all I did was press record, talk about stuff, play things, and just played. And then, he stopped it. This is when we were both using the Action recording software, which is still pretty good. I just haven't used it in over a year. I stopped using it because of the streaming stuff didn't really work with it, and it used a lot more resources than OBS. So that's why I switched to OBS. In the future, I might switch to XSplit. I know a lot of people that use that, and that's very cool. I don't really know what I'm going to do, and that's okay. I don't need to know. It's part of the joy of doing what I do. But for those of you that follow me on Twitter, earlier today, I posted that I was just realizing, because we have 30-week grades due within a week, and just really hit me. It's like, dude, I've been doing this for almost 20 years, being a music teacher in a public school, and it's just, where does the time go? You know, and I've loved it. And there's times where, you know, you just have a lot of stresses. But I mean, all in all, what I do for a living is just so cool. You know, I sing. I teach kids how to sing together and better to put on performances. I help kids learn stuff for a musical, and teach them how to behave and act and to learn how the stage works. Because there's just nothing like putting on a show. And tangenting to that, that's one of the reasons why I love professional wrestling. Because if you think about it, at its core, it is theater. Okay, it is theater. The stage is a ring. Okay, it's physical theater. People have promos. That's acting. You know, and and it tells a story. And sometimes the story is just in the theme song. There's music when they're coming down to the ring, and you know, it's if you think about it, every episode of Raw tells a story. And you have the introduction segment, which usually sets up the other stuff that's going on, or if there's an overarching thing like a pay-per-view that's coming up, or you know, somebody did this, or somebody double-crossed this person, etc., etc., or this person's fighting this person, and this person interrupted, so now I'm going to go talk about this person. It's theater, and that's why I love the WWE and professional wrestling in general. Independent wrestling, it's so cool too. And I really wish there was more professional wrestling around here now. The people that I used to see Squared Circle Wrestling, they haven't. They kind of stopped doing their thing, and you know, there just isn't the access to it. You know, and because of that access, you know, I mean, this is where I met people like, you know, Luke Harper when he was in the Independents. I met people like Kevin Owens, while he was in the Independents. You know, and it's just it's really cool. But anyways, as I kind of go into all this first full circle stuff, where do we go from here? You know, I've just been thinking a lot about my life, where I'm at, and how it has just been so different than what I ever imagined it to be. You know, a couple of days ago was when I first started dating my former wife. 17 years ago. 17 years ago. I mean, how many of you are not that old? Like, probably a lot. That's the first question of the day. How many of you are under 17? That's not going to be a poll question. That's just a comment question, a Easter egg question, if you will. And I'm just curious because I know that my audience is probably on the younger side. I know that people, I keep it family friendly. Not just because that was my choice, because of my profession really, but it's also there's so much swearing in a lot of gaming channels out there, you know, and I just made that a choice for what the internet. Remember, the internet only knows what you share with it, you know what I mean? So that was a conscious choice that I made, and I just wanted to bring people together, playing, talking about whatever, just having a blast, going all over the world. You know, people all over the world, you know, join in, start a love train. That's the song. People all over the world. Anyways, as I said, this is kind of rambling, and it's kind of fun, and I'm just doing what I do, and we're gonna get close to that, Finn Balor. I should probably get it, but I just want to, like, as far as like life, like when I posted that Twitter thing, somebody said, hey, maybe you should be like The Undertaker and retire and start some new adventures. And I just thought, you know, if only that person knew that as a teacher, you know, I retirement age is 55, and you know, I'm 43, so I would have to, I couldn't collect any of those pensions or anything, and it would be a much lower pension because of the prorates and stuff, and I wouldn't get anything until I was 55. So yeah, that's not gonna happen. But as far as like the channel, I've always thought of this place as a place where everybody can come together, listen to some funny songs, kind of like a break from reality. But sometimes, as we know with the passing of my dad at the end of 2015, that we also are not afraid to talk about the important stuff. You know, we've got this one life, and I think that if we all really learn to love who we are first as individuals, you can just make the choices that you want to make your life the best possible. Like, I never ever have regretted being a music teacher. I've never ever regretted where I went to college, the people I met, and no matter where you go, there's going to be great people there somewhere. You know what I mean? It's whether or not you find them, or if, you know, sometimes people get misconceptions. You know, people might just see you and automatically think something because of what somebody else did at some other point, or based on prejudice type things, or just because, you know, some people are just shallow, and it's okay. You know, you can't please everybody. You're never going to please everybody. I mean, just look at this video. There's going to be dislikes on it. And you know what? I like to think that people have their own ability to express themselves. People like to do that in the comment section. And if you look at this comment section, you know, because of all of the things I take away, like some of the specific words and this, that, and the other thing, it's always pretty positive. And people can share like things that are really tough in their world that are going on, because everybody's going through something somewhere, you know, whether it's, you know, just being impatient because you just want to get to college so you can discover your cool stuff, the things that you want to do, to study, to play football, to do this, that, and the other thing. And I've been saying this or that or the other thing a lot today. So you should write this or that or the other thing in the comments below if you want to, because that's how I know that you watched this when I said this or that or the other thing. And we're almost done with bouts. I'm not going to actually get to Finn Balor because I don't need to right now. I'll get it off camera. But I hope that you understand that we all can learn and succeed and grow even when we're kind of feeling that we're waiting for something. I just remember when I was in my senior year of high school, I just couldn't wait to get out. I just wanted to go to college. I just wanted to meet new people. I just wanted to have new experiences. Just wanted something new and exciting. And his name is John Cena. Okay. But I just remember feeling that hurry up and wait thing. And, or just right now, I'm really excited about vacation because I will just get to kick back, relax, you know, make some more songs. I really feel good about the music, man. If I look back, because if you look in your Google Analytics or YouTube Analytics, you can see what people actually share on your channel. And these videos, they happen every day. People don't tend to share them, you know what I mean? People can like them and put it on their Twitters and stuff, but people don't usually share these types of videos. They share songs that they like or funny things that they think are cool. And that's why the music stuff is something that I want to do more of, and I will do more of. I love that stupid Nutella song. It's so fun. And I know that as time goes on, you know, that thing will probably get a whole bunch of views. Probably. And it might not, but it just feels like that's going to be something like where, hey, somebody that likes Nutella goes and watches that video and then shares it on their Facebook page or their Twitter or Instagram, and then somebody else sees it. And then so on and so on, you know, blah, blah, and so on, this, that, and the other thing, so on and so forth. I just continuing with the theme. And, you know, it's just amazing. If you look at some of those songs, you know, the I Love Chicken song is like one of the coolest things, man. You know, it was pure improv. That's one of the best minute and a halves of my life, because I pressed record on the thing. I made the chord progression up, and right as I'm making the chord progression up, was like, oh, this is a song about chicken. And the rest is like, it's just improv. I made it up. And it's like it almost feels perfect. You know, even when I blinked and I just like, I wasn't trying to blink or wasn't trying not to blink. It just kind of happened because I'm like, this is one of those things that happen when I get in my like rock and roll zone or something. And, you know, the rest is, as they say, history. But I've rambled a bunch. The whole point of this video is I played the game while I talked to you all. And if you were watching and playing at the same time as me doing the same thing, you probably got a bunch of points. You probably got maybe some good pulls. If you got some good pulls while watching this video, put it in the comment section below. And it just encourages other people to like say, oh wow, I guess I should watch and play. And, you know, I just have a lot of joy with making videos and, you know, but I'm not afraid to like make a 3-minute video or whatever, you know, playing this game, even though this is probably like 20 minutes by now. And it's just because there's just some days where there's really not a whole lot going on, and I don't want to, if I don't have the idea beforehand where I want to make sure I try something or try to, you know, if I can almost get a pull or something like that, when I know there's no pull in sight and I just, you know, just playing, I don't want to force stuff because people have been talking about that in their internet circles and stuff. And I feel that that's one of the ways I avoid burnout is by not doing too much, you know? Like, I just want to make... I mean, if we've seen what's happened to channels where people get... What can I say? Complacent or arrogant or just... they take things for granted. And that's not anything I want to ever do. And by talking about it, I'm pretty sure that's how it won't happen, you know? Keeping it real, because I'm a guy that's a teacher that decided to make videos almost 10 years ago, originally to help my students for them to practice their songs and vocalizes and other stuff. And then it turned into making silly songs up and just having fun. And then making videos of gaming because I knew that there was watch time was a cool thing. And I made a couple of videos on gaming before I realized, you know, like I've been playing this like 4 or 5 days when I said, oh my God, this could be something that really becomes something, because I know I'm searching for this stuff and there's nobody's really playing stuff. There's some people opening some packs and like, or just not even opening packs, but like draft packs, you know, draft boards. And, you know, I just said maybe people will be interested in my take on stuff. I've met a lot of people. I know a lot. I'm knowledgeable on the subject matter, so people would probably be able to relate to that. And I know that if you put a lot of time into the game and, you know, King of the Ring strategy and all this stuff, I would end up getting good cards. And, you know, almost 800 to 900 episodes later, you know, we're still enjoying the game because we haven't played too much on purpose. And that's one of the reasons why, like, I was a little worried in the beginning of Season 3 because I was spending 8 to 10 hours a day playing this game. And it was really starting to burn me out right before my birthday. When I knew I only had 2 or 3 days to go, when I said I'm not going to spend any credits or any money until my birthday, I was just like, oh my God, please get here soon. I just want to make it a little easier. And, you know, but I'm done with the rambling for today. I hope that you had fun with this episode. And if you watch the whole thing, I want you to write down D3 because, you know, it hasn't been, this is vitamin D3. And because it hasn't been all that sunny lately, and I feel like I just, you know, it does not, you know, I feel like I'm just down in the dumps a little bit. You know, seasonal affective stuff. To me, it feels real. It probably is real. But anyways, I love you long time. Blink, 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 bye, 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 buddy. And remember, if you feel like writing all the things I told you to write in there, that's awesome. And if not, maybe there's a poll in here somewhere. I don't know. I've been making polls every day. So, yeah. All right. Bye. Be good. And we'll see you tomorrow on Super Saturday. Yeah, buddy. Click here to subscribe. Thank you if you already did.